Alright. Hello everyone, I am Witch's Hex. I am here to be your host and one of your many voices for this exciting foray into Dungeon Dice Monsters. Before we get started with all of that, Leggy, why don't you tell us a bit about the run that we're about to see and what shenanigans are about to happen?
Yeah, so this is Dungeon Dice Monsters. It's a game for the Game Boy Advance. I'm going to be speedrunning it. Like a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh games, it's divided into a number of tournaments, and the run I'm doing today goes through the first 6 of them. I'm going to start off with a little bit of gameplay and just like general explanation of what this game is. And then we're going to launch into the dramatic script readings that you all donated for. Thank you so much.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I'm not sorry.
One additional note to that is that if you donate during this run and your donation gets read, I will read it in character as whichever Yu-Gi-Oh character you suggest. If you don't suggest a Yu-Gi-Oh character, I will pick one for you.
And it will probably be Kaiba.
Probably. Not always.
Anyway. Sorry?
I heard Hex doesn't mean Pegasus.
Well, people, I'm not voicing Pegasus, so if people want to hear my Pegasus, they will have to donate.
I get a voice Pegasus.
Anyway, since Debbie is literally the only other person I know who has actually ran this game, we're going to start off by explaining the route a little bit. Debbie, do you want to do any of the talking?
I mean, I'm here for serious analysis. I'm absolutely not a third-rate duelist. Unlike what the screen says, I am not part of this group. I am just here to explain the game to you and talk you through this 2+ hour run, which is very difficult, very challenging. There's a lot of changes along the way. We're going to do a lot of Oh god, this run is going to be the same the entire way down. It's going to be fantastic, though.
Alright, in that case, do you want to count me in at least?
Absolutely. We'll start from 30.
Okay.
30, 20, 10, go.
So to start things off, we're going to buy some dice because we're going to build 3, 4, 5, 6, a very particular deck of dice, if you can even call it that. I'm going to start off by buying 6 Beaver Warriors. Hop over to my dice pool and see what I can sell off. Cool, I already have a Ryukushin and a Penguin Warrior.
Nice.
So we have that. We go back to Grandpa's shop. I'm going to sell off the dice I just took out.
Yep, and notably, Leggy does actually need to be a little bit careful there. You cannot leave that menu without 15 dice in your deck of dice.
Yeah, it's a little rough. So that Mighty Mage definitely sells for a fair bit. Luckily, the dice we're going for are relatively cheap. Penguin Soldier is down a little bit.
Yep, Ryukushin is the most expensive one at 20, or is it Penguin Soldier at 30? Yeah, Penguin Soldier's at 30, but it doesn't matter because you sell 1 die for 2,000, and Leggy's going to use the exact same dice for the entire run.
Oh yeah. So, how many of you in chat have ever played StarCraft?
That's not the end of that sentence I was expecting, admittedly.
Yep, nope, it's exactly the right ending, though.
Because we're going to be doing a little technique known as the Zergling Rush. So it's time to get into our first tournament, the Lunch Selects Cup. Here's everyone who's entered. And hey, look, there's a tournament brackets. You get to see how your rivals are doing. And hey, Taya won a duel!
Wow, shots fired across this ship there. Taya's talented.
Tristan didn't, though.
Rip Tristan.
And now I get to fight Joey Wheeler.
Hey, you.
An enigma with untold potential!
Oh my god!
This game something else. So as will be explained when we get to the particular episode, you need to roll 2 summon crests with the same number on them in order to summon a monster. Any other crests you roll get added to your crest pool. You can use those to spend on different things. The only 2 we care about are attack and movement, because we want to go fast and we want to kill our opponent. The way you win is you notice your opponent has the little Dice Master on the board. They have 3 heart points. You win by removing those 3 heart points. You do that by attacking it with any monster. Any monster will do exactly 1 heart point of damage to your opponent. And yeah, that's it. That's all the rules.
Yep, you'll notice that on the screen there, Leggy selects one of the Beaver Warrior dice, and it basically then goes to set, and it grabs 3 of them. And of course, keeping in mind that the lower level monsters, while they're not as good, these have 4 of the 1-star crests on them, so they have a 4, a 6, or 2 and 3 chance of each of them rolling that 1 star, and that's what we want to see on 2 of the dice, so that we can just create as much land mass as we can, as fast as we can.
Yeah. And you'll notice I'm building out my path in a particular way. This is a known strategy for both getting across the board as fast as possible, and I'm going to one side which, for whatever reason, the AI is more inclined to build out in the other direction. So this is going to be kind of my default way of closing the gap to my opponent.
The dice selected are actually very specific as well. You have the 11 level 1 dice that just let you make sure that you can spam the board as fast as possible. And the 4 Ryukishin are not there for summoning. They are there because they are one of the very few dice in the game that has 2 attack crests on them. So we're going to try and take advantage of that.
Yeah. Literally every single crest on our dice is either attack or movement, outside of the summoning that appears on every single die. So this allows us to really focus in our strategy and really just try to go for the throat.
And now that Leggy is all set up directly on the Dice Master for her opponent, ultimately what she'll need to do now is we're going to switch over to Ryukishin for a moment here so that she can attempt to get her 3rd and final attack crest that she needs to finish this fight off.
Well, I'm actually going to keep rolling Beaver Warriors because I need to set up another monster over here.
Oh, yeah, that's a bad scene that you're in right now.
Yeah. But what we're going to do is wait so that the AI, in its infinite wisdom, doesn't think that I'm close enough to attack, because it doesn't do the math on the back end to know like how much movement I have. So it's like, oh, there's no monster nearby, I guess I must be safe. Of course, I roll the triple Ryukishin rather than any of the attack crests on those dice.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit difficult. You do only have a 1 in 3 chance of rolling for attack there, so, you know.
Yeah, it's a 1 in 3 on each die, and we only need 1 right now. So with the movement I have, I can move up here, attack the Dice Master, and then when that dragon kills my Beaver Warrior, I'll have enough for the Penguin Soldier to sneak in and finish things off.
Yep,
Monsters can only attack once per round, however you can move, then attack, then move again. Which can be useful if we want to get some cheeky double attacks on the opponent, because we can have a monster move in, then move it out of the way, and then have another monster come in behind it. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough movement to do that with the Penguin Soldier last turn, so we had to take an extra turn.
Yeah, a lot of this run is RNG. Interestingly enough, you do want the computer to dimension a couple of dice early on a lot of the time, just because you want them to clear out a little bit rather than having one that dimensions like right next to you, right near the end of the battle when you're charging down the end there.
Can we talk about how this guy is known for his brutal and oppressive ways?
It's the chin.
This game really doesn't hold back. Like, wow.
Only
Yeah.
the hottest of takes.
and
impressive.
And one of the interesting things about this game in particular is that a lot of the enemies we'll be seeing are pulled from the original run of the manga before the Duelist Kingdom anime that we know and love here, which is commonly referred to as Season 0. You didn't see me do the air quotes, but I assure you I did them.
With the green hair and
That's all.
everything?
Sorry?
Didn't like Kaiba have like green hair in season 0? Like the actual like weird like 1 or 2 like episodes that they did?
Yes.
And Yami set a guy on fire.
With the power of
Season
his
0 is
mind.
hardcore. But yeah, this run can occasionally run into some issues if we get bad enough luck that our opponent is able to set up well enough. The good news is that if we lose a tournament, we can just try again from that point. So as long as I win 4 fights in a row, it's kind of like a checkpoint. The bad news is these fights take... a really good fight takes about 4 minutes. And if we start getting into the long, drawn battles and then lose, that's just a ridiculous amount of time loss. But this particular fight is going well. So, if we want to get started on reading the scripts after any donations that might be there, now would be a great time.
Well, we do have one that's kind of been sitting in the box for a while, and I was supposed to read it, but now I was supposed to read it not in character, but now I get to read it in character. So
Nice.
let's see who's reading this one. We have $15 from Margaret Ann. $15? Is that all I could get with my Millennium Rod? Once upon a midnight cheery, while I rubbed my eyes, still bleary, from a marathon night of role-playing video games galore, and while I sat on my keyboard tapping, vaguely thinking I should be napping, or at least some snack unwrapping, and wrapper dropping to the floor, I remembered some money I should donate or Valk merch purchase from the store. It goes to take this forevermore. Money goes towards throwing Mylon Z in the trash.
Thanks, Merrick.
Wow.
Nice.
I don't have enough.
So did we want to get started on the episodes then?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do introductions.
Oh, introduce ourselves, let people know who we're playing, or...
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely everyone should do a round of introductions. You don't have to go over all of the bit parts if you don't want to, but, you know, maybe you want to.
Hi, I'm Witch's Hex. I will be playing Seto Kaiba and Duke Devlin.
Hi, I'm Double Gearsis. I will be flirting with my wife as Yugi and also Yami Yugi.
Wow, gay.
Hell yeah.
Hi, I'm Skellikitty. I'm the narrator and also Pegasus.
Hi, I'm Endisbet, and I'm Tristan, yo.
Wow. And of course, I am Demarine, and I will be playing Paya.
And I am Dijon Ketchup, and I am Joey and Grandpa, and a couple other things.
Grandpa Joey, my favorite Cartoon Network show.
Was that one of the guys from Full House?
Yes.
We'll go with it. We'll allow that.
Next up on 4 Kids.
But now for the opening, do we want the opener to be Yami Yugi?
So technically, it's the same voice actor as Yami Yugi.
It's
but
all
I think
Dan Green.
maybe should be the narrator, but like also I can read it. Narrator can do the like stage directions.
I'll do the stage directions if you would like to properly open this scene.
All right.
We
Well,
definitely
unfortunately, I don't
rehearsed
have the
this by
vocal
the-
range of Dan Green, but like, we will give this a try. But anyways, the first line is yours.
All right. So to set the scene, a deep voice speaks as a stone eye opens.
Long ago, when the pyramids were still young, Egyptian kings played a game of great and terrible power. But these shadow games erupted into a war that threatened to destroy the entire world until a brave and powerful pharaoh locked the magic away.
The stone eye reveals a small golden crest sitting on a pedestal and a beam of light behind it on a wall. As well as the pedestal, faded pictograms are visible. The eye expands out to the corners of our vision as we approach the box. It fades to black.
Imprisoning within it the mystical millennium items.
Against the black, golden artifacts appear. In the foreground, a pyramid-shaped millennial puzzle. Pan upwards to the millennial scale, the eye, the key, and the ring.
Now, 5,000 years later, a boy named Yugi unlocks the secret of the Millennium Puzzle. That was in Season 0, but you didn't get to see that. He is infused with ancient magical energies, for destiny has chosen him to defend the world from the return of the Shadow Games, just as the brave Pharaoh did.
The completed puzzle hovers above Yugi's hands, glowing with mysterious light. Yugi's face, uplit by the radiant puzzle, is one of surprise and amazement. A strong wind is whipping his hair and jacket in every direction. The glow expands, turning Yugi the color of gold, and the puzzle glows brighter and brighter. A stronger, more powerful presence emerges. The millennial symbol, a golden eye shining upon his forehead. He opens his eyes. They're purple like Yugi's, but are fiercer and more intense. The shadow splits into two forms, one meek and unassuming, the other commanding and strong.
5,000 years ago.
Dun dun dun.
It's
This would be where-
time to do. I'm not doing the theme song, that's all you're getting.
Don't worry. I did transcribe the opening song in the episode where it actually plays.
Oh my gosh, nice.
It's beautiful. So anyway, at the start of school somewhere, morning or early afternoon, is it America or Japan? 4 kids didn't care, we don't care either. But a clock tower on front of the building reads either 7:03 a.m. or 12:35 p.m., depending upon which clock hand is which again. 4 kids didn't care, we don't care either.
Hey, Joey! Earth to Joey!
Inside, Yugi and Joey are seated across from each other at a pair of desks pushed together front to front, each holding cards with a game board spread out in front of them.
Hey, are you in there? It's your turn!
Joey holds his hand over his cards, silently debating which one to play. Tristan affectionately grabs Joey in a half-hearted necklock and looks over his shoulder at the cards.
Oh, isn't he cute when he's thinking?
Hey, Tristan. Yugi here is teaching me how to play Duel Monsters.
Drooling monsters?
Duel Monsters, you Nimrod.
Joey pushes Tristan away, and Tristan stands back from the duel with Taya.
Sheesh.
They've been at it for hours. Joey's starting to get the hang of the game, but Yugi's like an expert.
Okay, Yugi, it's time to duel.
Joey slaps the card down on the table, and we get a close look at it. It's Kagemusha of the Blue Flame, 800, 400, L2, and it's Earth.
See? Each card has an attack number and a defense number. First player to eliminate their opponent's life points wins the duel.
Pretty good move, huh, Yugi?
Yugi grins and then plays his card.
Yup. Pretty good move, but not good enough.
He puts down Black Land Fire Dragon, 1500, 800, L4 Dark. And Joey twitches and drops his cards.
What? Thanks a lot. A card that powerful totally wipes me out.
We pan back from the duel and see that along with Tay and Tristan, 2 other girls and 2 other boys have gathered around to watch the duel, including a boy with shoulder-length white hair. Across the room, Seto Kaiba has his nose in the book.
Whoa, you stink at this game, Joey.
Kaiba looks up from his book. Back at the duel, Joey's leaning back in his chair and looking very disgruntled.
You did fine, Joey. I just have better cards. See, my grandpa owns a game shop, which is called Game Shop, because I guess there's just not another one in town and that name was totally acceptable. And I get all my best cards from him.
Joey slams his hand down on the desk and stands up, leaning over it.
Your own game shop? What are we waiting for? Let's go, bada bing, bada boom, huh?
I was supposed to laugh in character there, but I laughed out of character and we're just rolling with it. Okay, maybe I can even get my grandpa to show us this super rare card he's got.
Rare card? Could they have found that rare card I've been searching for?
Later, as Yugi and his friends walk into the small, friendly game shop that is also Yugi's house. It makes more sense in Japan. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We hear the bell jingle as the door opens.
Grandpa, I'm home.
Yugi's grandpa is standing at the counter in the back of the shop.
Ho ho, and I see you brought company.
Oh, Joey, Tristan, and Tay are standing behind Yugi. He stands no higher than any of their elbows, including his hair as a margin of error.
Grams, could you show my friends your awesome super rare card?
Oh, rare card? My special card?
Please, please!
Ready, please? How can I refuse? You kids are in for a treat. I don't take this card out too often.
As he speaks, Grandpa pulls out a small wooden box from behind the counter. It contains a single Duel Monsters card with a picture of a mighty silvery blue dragon.
Ready? Here it is. The Blue Eyes White Dragon. So rare, so powerful. I never let it leave my hands. Awesome!
I am so into dragons.
Tristan plucks the card from Grandpa's hand and just kind of flaps it around.
Doesn't look all that special to me.
Grandpa's jaw drops. Tay and Joey look at Tristan with embarrassed disbelief, and Grandpa snatches the card back.
Oh, this card is priceless. There's only 4 of them in all the world. Speaking of priceless, I'm ready to trade. Not for this card. Huh? Nah, I didn't mean that card. I meant show me some other cool cards to get me started.
The bell on the door jingles again, and we know instantly that this newcomer is trouble.
Hello, can I help you?
Yugi and his friends look over the door. It's Kaiba, carrying a metal briefcase.
If you can't, it certainly wouldn't surprise me.
Little Kaiba?
Kaiba?
Oh, great.
Oh, doesn't he have a big fancy company to run? What's he doing down here?
Not that it's any of your business, but I came to see the card.
Hey, are you into Duel Monsters too? This is perfect. Maybe we could all duel together sometime, huh?
Me? Duel you? I would have more of a challenge playing solitaire.
What?
I am the #1 ranked duelist in the country, and the favorite to win the Duel Monsters Championship. You wouldn't last 2 minutes in a duel against me.
Ooh, I'm shaking. Maybe you'd like to settle this with fists instead of cards.
Yugi runs in and gets in between them.
Whoa, take it easy, Joey. Don't hurt my boyfriend. And no one can stop me.
But Yuki, Kaiba's asking for it.
Now, does this shop have any worthwhile cards or not?
Kaiba suddenly glimpses Grandpa's blue eyes white dragon back in its little box. He shoves Yugi and the others out of the way, ignoring their protests.
Can it be? The Blue Eyes White Dragon in a dump like this? It is! The card I've been searching for!
Kaiba is breaking into a sweat as he stares at that precious card, his hand poised over it. Grandpa breaks attention by clapping the lid of the box shut.
Well, enough window shopping. Is there anything I can help you with?
Kaiba recovers quickly and is not happy. He lifts his briefcase and slams it on the counter, thoroughly shocking Grandpa. Kaiba opens it and flips it around, and Grandpa oohs and ahs at the sight of what's in the briefcase.
Listen to me, old man. Give me your Blue Eyes White Dragon card and I'll trade you all of these.
The briefcase is full of cards. The entire top row is fusion monsters, including Galita the Knight, Punished Eagle, Roaring Ocean Snake, and Labyrinth Tank. The rest is spell cards. Block Attack, Muyon Curry, Red Medicine, Polymerization, Remove Trap, and high-level monsters like Launcher Spider, Cyber Soldier, Monstrous Bird, Boulder Tortoise, Sea King Dragon, Togex, Flame Cerberus, Air Eater, Battlesteer, and others. And there was like a link to a picture of all of this. In case you wanted to personally reference this, we don't have that picture, so y'all just have to like imagine all these beautiful cards.
Use the heart of the cards, viewers!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Damn!
Nice, but no thanks.
Huh?
Fine, if you won't trade, maybe you'll sell it. Name your price. I can pay anything you ask.
Oh, I'm sure you could, but this card is worth more to me than you can ever because of its power, or because it's so rare, but because of what it means to me. This card was given to me by a dear friend, and so I treasure this card as I do that friend. So parting with it is completely out of the question.
No!
Yugi is oblivious to Kaiba's rage and desperation.
You'd feel the same even if it were a common card, right, Grandpa?
Exactly. You see, this precious card has bonded with my heart.
Kaiba shuts the case. Slams it
Fine.
shut.
I've heard enough of your nonsense, senile old fool.
Outside, Kaiba's fancy car sits and drives away. In the back, Kaiba thieves.
Heart of the cards? Ridiculous! A term no one said! These cards are all about power, and one way or another, his Blue-Eyed White Dragon card will be mine.
Ahead of the car, we see the Kaiba Corp headquarters skyscraper looming in the distance.
Gentlemen, there's something I'd like you to pick up for me at the game shop.
It's the game store. That's literally the name of it. Thank you very much.
Whatever, Master Kaiba. I'll get it.
Late in the morning, at the game shop, suspicious figures in black suits approach. Inside, Grandpa's tending to the shop when he hears the bell jingle.
Good morning.
Grandpa turns, already wary as soon as he sees the trio. At the forefront is a short, bald man with orange lens Pince-Nez glasses and a grotesquely wide face. The other two are in nondescript black suits, crew cuts, and sunglasses. Very Men in Black or Secret Service.
Or the Yakuza.
Or the Yakuza!
The card game Yakuza, specifically.
Or the
They use cards instead of
Triad.
guns.
These are clearly goons that have been sent from Kaiba Corp. The middle one speaks.
My master Seto Kaiba challenges you to a duel. You will come with us now.
And if I were to decline?
I'm afraid I must insist.
Dun dun dun!
Young Kaiba doesn't understand, but I'll teach him a lesson about the heart of the cards!
After school, Yuki's friends now are following him home again.
Man, I hope he has some cool cards today.
Me too!
Yeah!
Yeah.
The bell jingles as they enter the shop.
Okay, Gramps, I'm back to get more cards. I got plenty of money to spend from my job as a Brooklyn caddy, yeah?
But the shop is empty.
Grandpa, I'm home! In the same voice I was yesterday!
Maybe he went out?
Maybe. But why would he leave the door unlocked?
The phone rings. And Yugi answers it.
Hello? Game shop. That's the name, not generic.
Ah, Yugi, perfect.
Kaiba?
Your grandfather's here visiting, but he's not feeling well. Why don't you come by my office and pick him up?
Kaiba? What have you done, Kaiba?
Oh, heck, gotta go, bye.
Kaiba!
In the last rays of a sunset that turns the clouds misty violet against a blood orange sky, Yugi and his friends enter Kaiba Corp headquarters and run down and crowd into an elevator. When they arrive at their floor, the first thing they see is Grandpa, his face on the floor. Taya gasps and Yugi runs to him.
Grandpa, are you okay? It was just a card game. How weak are you? Like, oh my god, are you alright? But seriously, geez, how did you manage to get physically injured by playing trading cards?
Grandpa wearily props himself up on an elbow.
Poor Yugi, I failed. I wanted to teach that boy Kaiba a lesson about the heart of the cards, but instead I had the heart attack of the cards.
By the way, I just wanted to
Kaiba is standing in the doorway across from the elevator, half silhouetted in a bright white light.
How's the old man feeling, huh?
Kaiba, you sleaze, what have you done to him?
We had a duel, that's all, with each of us putting up our most valuable card as the prize. But I guess playing against a champion like myself was too much. Stimulation for the old fool. That and the beatings.
Oh, Kaiba! I am so into your dragons. Also, you should be ashamed of yourself.
And then Kaiba shows them that blue eyes white dragon that he totally beat up an old man for. Don't even worry about it.
It was fair, and look at this sweet prize I won.
And then he goes and he rips it cleanly in half. Everyone gasps in horror, and Yugi is the most devastated of all.
Wait,
Grandpa's most treasured card!
Wait, Leggy,
Yes,
what?
the Blue Eyes White Dragon is a rare and powerful card, and this one will never be used against me.
Ah, my blue eyes white dragon. You could have kept that in a binder somewhere and locked it up instead of tearing it apart, like you tore up my heart.
Grandpa, hold on! Kaiba, how could you do such a thing?
Grandpa raises a shaking hand, giving Yugi a deck of dueling cards.
Yugi, here, take this.
Huh?
It's dangerous to go alone.
I built this deck. I put my soul in these cards, and I taught you everything I know. Take them. Take my cards and teach him respect. Teach Kaiba respect for the heart of the cards, Yugi. This is what I dedicated my whole life to.
You got a deck of cards.
Deck of cards!
But Grandpa, you need help! I've got to get you to a doctor!
Sounds like an excuse. Your friends can take your grandfather while you and I duel, unless you're afraid.
Yugi stares Kaiba down, completely terrified and on the verge of tears.
Take him, Yugi.
Yugi turns,
Aw.
surprised.
We can take care of your grandpa while you take care of creepy Kaiba. Teach that rich, spoiled brat what a real duel's all about, huh?
Yeah, punch that dragon destroyer in the face.
Hey, I don't think that's appropriate for a children's TV show!
Trust me, you're like the best player I ever seen, and you got the Millennial Puzzle, which was mentioned in the thing earlier. You can do this, Yugi. I know you can.
We all do.
Yugi nods and accepts his grandpa's deck.
Okay, Grandpa, I'll do it. I'll play a children's trading card game.
I know you will, my boy.
Taya pulls out a black marker.
I'm gonna skip the inappropriate joke here and just get to it. Everyone, put your hands together, and I'll mark us with a special sign.
She's drawn a smiley face across the backs of their 4 hands, each part sort of spread out across all of them. and the three boys non-pulse, they look at the marker that's now like all over their hands. Don't worry, it's going to wash out, okay? I used to teach crafting classes to kids. It will wash out. You'll be fine.
Is that supposed to be a smiley face?
What gives,
Yeah,
Dea?
Kaiba! Something you've never seen before!
It's a symbol of our friendship, and that Yugi and Joey are dating, so that when Yugi's dueling, no matter how tough it gets, he'll know that he's not alone. We're all right there with him, but especially Joey.
Yugi nods as the plot grows like really thick. We got like some kind of love triangle going on. That's okay. I'm good. I'm here for this. I'm here for all your shipping. The ambulance arrives and Tristan carries Grandpa out to it on his back. Joey and Taya following. When they stop, Taya turns to Joey.
Joey, Tristan, and I will take Yugi's grandpa to the hospital. Why don't you get back in there and cheer Yugi on?
Okay, take good care of him, Dea.
Will do.
I think it's time for our first commercial break then.
Commercial break!
Commercial breaks.
Could I just chime in real fast?
Yes.
I do want to note that I will be donating $10 every time I make a misplay due to laughing too hard.
Have we bankrupted you yet?
No, I've actually been doing pretty okay. You all need to be funnier.
Wow.
It's time to donate to take this.
It's time to stop being a jerk. We're trying very hard.
Oh no, you're doing amazing! Like, this is incredible.
Apparently
Anyway.
not incredible enough. But do we have any
Hello.
donations? Oh,
Hello,
we do.
I'm Bakura. And apparently this Valvalious skunk person has donated $10. Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dark Magician. What about the best card that was so amazing it beat Weevil Underwood and Rex Raptor in a single move at Kaibaland Tournament? First one to name this card can choose where the donation goes, and another 10 if you give me the Japanese name.
Yeah, I can name the card. It's called Non-Canon.
It's called... You ingrate, it's called Mushroom Man. I think. In Japanese, for the record, it's called Kinoko Man.
We'll have to wait, I guess.
We will have to wait for confirmation.
Do we want to very quickly plug to take this before we pick back up? Ooh, Mel
I
says no,
was
by the
wrong.
way.
There we go.
Why don't we plug take this while we're figuring that out?
Commercial break for Take This. Hey y'all, this is Speedrun Ragnarok and we're raising money for Take This, a non-profit charity organization dedicated to raising awareness about mental health issues within the gaming community. If you want to, you can go to takethis.org and find out more information about the very many programs that they offer. Our personal favorite is the AFK room. They bring these special safe, quiet rooms to different conventions, and it costs about $10,000 for them to travel to one. So that is sort of our ultimate goal for this marathon. You can see right now we're at $3,479 out of our first sort of $5,000 goal to hit like half fund one of them. We're really hoping to hit 10K by the end of this. Thank you all so much for donating for this incentive, and please be sure to check out the donation page because there are more incentives going on.
All right, I think we now return to your regularly scheduled broadcast.
We're very
Wait, did
sorry.
someone get the donation incentive right?
No one got it right.
Well,
Well,
Google
we can come
is
back
your
at the next
friend,
commercial
viewers.
break and see what's
Then
happening.
nobody said there was a time limit on this, so like go on Netflix and
Wait,
watch the episode if you have to.
Tokuhiro in chat got it.
Yo, nice, good job.
Tokuhiro, all right, Tokuhiro. Why don't you post in chat what you want that incentive to go towards? I don't know if I can assign it to Bid Wars. Post. post, but what goal?
We should be able to. Yeah, we can assign it wherever Tokuhiro wants to go.
Yep, we'll do that as soon as we get the heads up of where to send that.
Yep.
Tokuhiro, you're the winner. You don't have to give it to us.
Alright, shall we pick
Okay.
back up?
Yes. I designed the... Wait.
Yes,
I designed this virtual stadium myself. Impressive, I think you'll agree. It adds a bit more life to the game.
It certainly adds something. Now, Yugi and Kaiba, they face each other atop platforms with consoles to play the cards on, across a stadium that's like the size of 2 basketball courts side by side. Above the center, a light fixture holds a scoreboard already set to 2,000 life points each, much like a professional sports arena, and other lights come down from the lights around the dome wall that from a distance gives the impression of a spider web. The floor between the two podiums is green with white lines painted or tiled into it. We're not sure, don't worry about it. And 2 sets of 14 rectangles in 2 rows, just like a tabletop mat for cards. Contrasting the modern high-tech arena, the stadium seats are stone, with giant stalagmites around the edges. The visual effect is something like a high-tech cave or lair. Kaiba has lured his prey into his home turf. And we might have to ask you, like, some questions about this, like, interior decorating. Like, is this supposed to be, like, thematic? Is this, like, some weird expression of something that you have going on underneath, Kaiba?
It's all for the trading cards. All of it.
If you say so, Kaiba.
All of it.
No, I think it's just an
We
issue
each
with having too
begin
much
with
fun.
2,000 life points. First player to hit 0 loses. Are you ready to play, Runt?
Playtime is over, Kaiba!
Okay. The Millennial Puzzle hangs on a cord around Yugi's neck and begins to glow and shakes and sways on its own. Whether or loud or in his head, we'll never know, but Yugi cries out,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
As the word is spoken, a voice speaking over it grows deeper. From a gray void appears swirling lines and strange symbols, rushing wind, and a column of blue light white, in which there appears a figure. He's like Yugi, but isn't Yugi. The presence radiates power, confidence, and strength. Yugi looks to Kaiba across the duel stadium, but is no longer the timid, shy kid who was challenging him earlier. Kaiba notices immediately.
Ah, what the? Did you just get like a foot taller?
I just hit puberty, which means I'm ready to play a children's trading card game. So prepare yourself, Kaiba, because it's time to duel!
Virtual system's ready, so let's begin. I attack with the mighty Hitsomi Giant. Brace yourself, Yugi. You've never dueled like this before.
Hitotsume Giant, 12,000, 1,000, L4 Earth. A fixture in the ceiling starts to glow, and a green column of light appears in one of the spaces in front of Kaiba, starting out grainy and then solidifying into a giant, green giant. Not that green giant. Legally distinct green giant.
It is a giant. It is a giant that happens to be green. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
It happens to be green. If I had to describe its mood, it would be jolly.
And this one doesn't even like rubies.
I use it to sell peas, which I have.
Wrong randomizer, Leggy. Wrong randomizer.
And it's standing several taller than the podium.
Huh? He's brought the monster on the card to life!
It's my virtual simulator. It creates lifelike holograms of every duel monster. My engineers said they could either build this or a perfectly accurate weather simulation that would save thousands of lives.
So this is how you beat my grandfather! Well, now it's my turn! I call on the Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress!
Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress, number 1. 1400, 1200 L4 wind. Yugi's sky blue dragon appears on his side of the field, just as tall as the Hitotsume giant. Joey runs into the stadium and stops short when he sees the two huge monsters about to do battle.
What? Monsters? Ah, real monsters? Sundays at 9 a.m. on Nickelodeon?
He's done it!
Fireball attack!
Kaiba's giant roars as Yugi's dragon attacks and hits it with a fireball straight in the chest. Kaiba braces himself, shielding his face and gripping the rail of the podium as the explosion rocks it. Kaiba's life points now stand at 1,800. A little boy, maybe like 11 or 12, with long black hair and an orange shirt and a blue bandana, hurries to the sideline on Kaiba's side of the field.
Big brother, are you alright? Alright, go Yugi!
Kaiba draws a card, looks at it, and smiles.
Ha! Well played, Yugi. For a beginner. But how will you deal with this?
Saggy the Dark Clown, 600, 1500, L3 Dark. Saggy is a jester-type clown with puffy bloomers and sleeves and stripy tights and a pointy hat and wacky purple boots and gloves. He's very reminiscent of a Picasso painting.
Saggy the Dark Clown! Oh, wait. Oh, no, yeah. Got the right Yugi. Thought I didn't for a second there. Saggy the Dark Clown, but that card hardly has any attack strength. I know this game very well.
True, your winged dragon is 1,400, while my dark clown is only 600. But if I combine it with this card...
Ah! A magic card!
Exactly, the negative energy generator. It multiplies my monster's attack by 3.
The clown gets bigger and uglier, and its points are now at 1,800.
Dark Clown! Attack with Dark Light!
The winged dragon is destroyed, and Yugi's life points drop to 1,600.
Ugh, this duel arena is disgusting! Why did I shine a dark light on it?
It's just dragon bits everywhere, y'all.
I am so sad right now, and I'm not even here.
As you can see, combining cards can be very effective.
He's good. He knows every aspect of this game, like using magic cards. I'd never thought about that before. Wow. Kaiba's really cool, and also evil, which is why I'm going to defeat him in this card game.
Yugi goes to draw a card, his right hand still crisscrossed with the black friendship symbol.
But my grandpa put all his gaming knowledge, his whole heart into assembling this deck. I have to believe it holds some secret strategy.
He draws and looks at his card. It's a right leg. Just a leg. Leggy, can you rate this leg for us?
Leggies can be very useful. They can run dual monsters.
It is a very powerful leggy.
It's a very powerful leggy. Okay, great. It's the right leg of the forbidden one.
It is a forbidden leggy.
It is too powerful and therefore forbidden. Huh? This card is useless. I can't beat the Dark Clown with this. I'll have to use a different monster in defense mode. The monster will be sacrificed, I explained to myself, but my overall life points will be safe.
Yugi places a card on the console, and a zone in his field begins to glow.
Dark Light attack!
Yugi's defensive monster, Sagan, is destroyed. Joey pounds his fist on the stone rail.
Hang in there, Yugi.
Sagi blows away monster after monster. Next to fall is a red dragon, and then Yugi's feral imp. A few turns later, Yugi is still struggling.
My generic off-screen monsters! How dare you, Kaiba!
You're not faring any better than the old man did, Yugi. Your deck is just as weak and feeble as your grandfather. You couldn't even take a couple crowbars to the kneecap.
My grandpa's a great man, and a better duelist than you'll ever be, even if you can beat him up really easily with physical force given his old and frail body. He entrusted me with his cards, and I can feel his heart in this deck. I doubt you have that kind of faith in your cards, Kaiba.
Kaiba seems uncertain for a split second.
What?
But I believe in my grandpa's deck.
He draws and looks at his card and smiles.
And my faith rewards me with Gaia the Fierce Knight with a destructive power of 2300.
Gaia the Fierce Knight, 2300 L7. Gaia appears on the field, a knight on a purple horse with 2 large red lances, 1 in each hand.
Ugh.
Gaia charges and takes out Saggy the Dark Clown. Kaiba's life points fall to 1300.
Way to go, Yugi.
Alright, Kaiba, your move.
Ha! This'll be over sooner than you think. I'd call on the Blue Eyes White Dragon!
The Blue Eyes appears, a mighty dragon from the card, even more amazing in person. It roars its supremacy over the dueling field.
Roll.
Roar!
Stage directions, I told you to stop editorializing!
That was not the
No
editorial.
way. It's not like they explained earlier that there were 4 of these in the entire world. Surely there's only one because that's all I've ever seen.
Impossible. We all watched Kaiba tear that card in half. And of course, there's not like 3 more of them out there.
This
Surprise!
wasn't all established earlier in the episode, Joey. We are rightfully surprised.
Yeah, I can see you're surprised. Did you think your grandfather was the only one to possess a Blue Eyes White Dragon?
The Blue Eye roars again. Roar. And a blue-white fire pours from its mouth, obliterating Gaia the Fierce Knight. Yugi's down to only 900 life points.
Ha! Your fierce knight is destroyed. Faith or no faith, you will fall before my superior monsters, Yugi. Power is what the game is all about, you fool. Faith is for losers, like your pathetic grandpa.
As Kaiba speaks, Blue Eyes blows away one monster after another. Down goes the Horn Imp. Down goes the Beaver Warrior. Savior
not
of
my
us.
Beaver Warrior. I was gonna use 6 of those to do a circling rush.
In your entire deck, there's not one card that could stand up to a Blue Eyes White Dragon. So what hope do you have against 2?
Kaiba summons another Blue Eyes, just as devastating and majestic as the first. I think the narration also is kind of like Down with the Dragon thing.
Why don't
double
you just admit
roll.
defeat, Yugi?
Yugi watches the Blue Eyes, grimly silent.
I believe the script reads the Blue Eyeses.
Yeah, it does read the Blue Eyes.
Scala.
Yes.
You gotta
So-
articulate properly.
The blue.
I'll help fix the script.
the Blue Eye. Yeah.
Thank you.
Alright, let's try that line again, Scala.
Okay, it's 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna go again. Yugi watches as the Blue Eye and grimly silent. Meanwhile, away from the typos that are currently plaguing me at the hospital, Taya and Tristan jog alongside Grandpa's gurney. Grandpa wearing a breathing mask and murmuring.
Oh,
Yes.
don't give up, Yugi. You have the same blood type as me.
I won't give up. Grandpa's counting on me, and also we can communicate telepathically thanks to the heart of the cards.
Also, if Grandpa dies, I get all of his cards.
Why does Taya get his cards?
Because I called it first.
That's how dibs work.
She made me sign a will.
The camera pans to Grandpa's will, which just has one word. Dibs.
Anyway, Yugi draws a card, looks at it, and he gasps.
Ah, a magic card! I've never seen one of these before, despite being declared an expert at this game earlier in this very episode. Swords of Revealing Light! It stops all monsters on the field for 3 turns, and also holds up floating fortresses because this game is Calvin Ball.
How
God, I hate that
desperate!
card.
What possible good will a 3-turn delay do you?
He's right. My control deck is going to need more than 3 turns. What do I do?
Draw counterspell. You need counterspell.
Yugi looks at his hands. It contains Rude Kaiser, a right leg, a left leg, and a right arm.
Oh, we've got 2 legs now.
Way across the sky.
I can't figure out what to do with these cards. They're just a bunch of pieces. How can I use them to battle an expert like Kaiba?
And suddenly, using the telepathy that we just established earlier, Yugi thinks that he hears his grandpa's voice.
Okay, you know, for someone claiming to have faith, you're giving up too easily, Yugi. Are you even my grandson?
Yugi looks over his shoulder, a vision of Grandpa standing behind him.
Listen, sometimes the cards are like a puzzle. You have to put all the different pieces in their proper place.
Yugi
You're
turns
playing
over.
the combo deck, not control.
Yeah, seriously. Where's donate when you need it? Give up some of these garbage cards.
Yugi turns all the way around. Now completely inside the vision, he speaks with the voice of the shyer, or timid Yugi.
Oh, like the millennial puzzle? There's only
Oh,
one
like
puzzle
the
that exists,
millennial-
obviously, because
Exactly.
this whole world revolves around duel monsters.
Each piece helps to build a greater entity.
Grandpa fades and disappears. Yugi reaches his hand out after him.
No, Grandpa! I know you're literally just not moving right now in the real world, but this is very impressive.
Grandpa's voice echoes back to him.
Like the pieces of a puzzle, Yugi. Remember.
Puzzle?
Man, the Christmas Carol's gotten weird.
Like a puzzle? Wait. Grandpa once said ...
We have a flashback. It looks like it's late at night at the game shop. Grandpa stands behind the counter in the back, and Yugi leads on it, just listening. The only light in the room is a lamp somewhere behind the counter.
Duel Monsters contains only one unstoppable monster, Exodia. But he can only be summoned by drawing all 5 special cards. A feat to this very day no one has ever accomplished because there's so much RNG involved.
We end the flashback and go back to the current match happening like now.
Quit your stalling, Yugi, or you will forfeit the match.
I never forfeit.
Yugi draws and looks. It's another. We established earlier he already had like the right arm, and this is like another right arm, so that would be like 2 right arms. Anyway, it's a small continuity glitch. Don't worry about it. There's just a lot of limbs involved right now.
Exodia is a being with 2 right arms.
Listen, that's valid, and also will get you killed in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But this is the card game anime, so let's keep going. Huh? Another piece of the puzzle!
Draw as many cards as you like. It won't change a thing. My dragons may be frozen for another 2 turns, but my new monster is under no such spell. The Judge Man with an attack power of 2200!
It destroys Yugi's defense monster, Rude Kaiser. Yugi winces and draws again. His card is the Dark Magician. Dark Magician! I can do it.
So before I play Kaiba, oh wait, hang on, I need to be doing the deep voice now because I'm talking, not thinking. Before I play Kaiba, you did say I could draw as many cards as I want, right? Like you're sure about that?
No, wait, no, you're twisting my words.
No, that's literally what you said, Kaiba.
I said draw as many cards as you won't.
Oh, of course. Okay, well, I won't draw more than 1. So I'll draw 1. Great thinking, Kaiba. This is why you're the Duel Monsters champion. Ahem. I can attack with the Dark Magician, but he won't stand a chance once Kaiba's dragons are free of my spell. That was the wrong Yugi, but no one at me.
Dark Magician.
At double gear sis.
No!
1200, 2500, 2100, L7 Dark.
Dark Magician, attack!
Judge Man goes down, and Kaiba's life points are only at 1000.
Your Judge Man falls! This is a really easy Mega Man game.
A sacrifice that doesn't even faze me. I thought Sylvester Stallone was terrible in that role. And though neither dragon can move for one more turn, my next card is the third Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Aww.
Yugi looks panicked as the third dragon appears on the field with a cry, not a roar, it's like cry.
This one's a little sad.
My dragon, attack!
It does, and it destroys Arc Edition. Yugi's life points are now at 400.
Who's a good dragon? Who's a good dragon? Who's a good dragon? So tell me, Yugi, how's your faith now? On my next turn, all three Blue Eyes White Dragons are free to attack. This game's over no matter what card you draw. Unless you draw like Black Hole or any one of the board clears or another Swords of Revealing Light or really a lot of things.
It's okay, Swords of Revealing Light is restricted. He definitely doesn't have another one of those.
Is this commercial break time?
No, this is me misreading the script because there was
Okay.
a break. You can't possibly stand against my three Blue Eyes White Dragons. It's over, Yugi. You were never a match for me.
Don't listen, Yugi, and also remember that I am still here.
Valid.
I'll never forget you, Joey, one of my several boyfriends and/or girlfriends and/or date friends of other non-specific genders. Kaiba had three blue eyes all along. He only wanted Grandpa's card so it couldn't be used against him. My only chance now is to assemble all the pieces of Exodia, but the odds are against me. I don't think I can do this.
His deck seems to shy away from his hand, poised over to draw a card. That explains why I got a little had to pause there for a second. I had to parse that sentence.
Aha, those magnets I put in your deck are working wonders.
The deck extenses my doubt.
For a moment, we see the confident Yugi and the shy Yugi put apart. Both are trying hard to stay calm as they contemplate what this next draw means.
Don't lose focus, Yugi. Don't lose faith. Huh?
Suddenly, he notices the friendship symbol marker lines over the back of his right hand.
Our friendship symbol.
He seems to see his friends standing before him, holding their hands over the deck, as well as over the three pieces of the friendship symbol, reforming that smiley face. They all look at him.
Yugi, we're with your grandfather, and he's not dead. Also, we're right here with you. Are there dragons? Am I missing out?
Yes.
Totally missing out.
Oh no.
Yugi, you've got to believe that we can affect RNG in the draw order of this deck!
You can do it. Just kick Kaiba's butt. And also, I don't know why you're imagining me, because I'm literally right here.
You're right. I've got to believe in the cards like my friends cheat for me. I mean, believe in me.
Draw your last pathetic card so I can end this, Yugi.
I don't even know how many years I've been waiting to shout this line at someone. Ahem. My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba, but it does contain.
He picks it off the top of the deck. No longer any doubt that it was there the whole time. I mean, it was there. They didn't actually change the order of the cards. It's been there, Yugi. Jeez.
The unstoppable Exodia!
Ah! Impossible!
I've assembled all
Inconceivable!
5 special cards! All 5 pieces of the puzzle!
Exodia,
It was a really easy puzzle. It only had 5 pieces, and 2 of them were both right arms.
How has no one ever done this before?
So he has Exodia the Forbidden One, right arm of the Forbidden One, the right leg of the Forbidden One, the left arm of the Forbidden One, and the left leg of the Forbidden One. He places the 5 cards across the console. A large vertical many-pointed star appears above the field, and through one of the points emerges an arm, and then through another on the opposite point. And then Exodia's head appears in the middle of the star, and as the great behemoth pulls itself from its prison and faces the 3 blue eyes, white dragon. which are now looking decisively smaller by comparison. And Kaiba is freaking out.
Exodia! It's not possible! No one's ever been able to call him!
Exodia! Obliterate!
Exodia concentrates energy between its massive palms and uses it to blow away all three of the blue eye dragons. In a blaze of golden light, Kaiba screams as the blaze occurs from his view. His life points drop to 0.
You did it, Yugi. You were able to summon Exodia because you have the Pocket Station, at least in Japan, and that's how you unlock Exodia.
Shoutouts to Forbidden Memories.
Yep. This can't be! My brother never loses!
You only play for power, Kaiba, and that is why you lost. But if you put your heart in the game, there is nothing you can't do.
But how? How could have I lost to him?
As Yugi speaks, a small glowing golden eye appears on his forehead.
Kaiba, if you truly want to know, hey, Inner Yugi, just to check real quick, I know we talked about this in Season 0, how I wasn't gonna break any people's minds anymore, but can I go for it, like, once? Because it'll be really, really cool right now. Yeah, you know what? Okay, I'm down, just only once, though. Never again, okay? We're not gonna reference the fact that this is something you can do until we are separated permanently and you go back to permanent rest because you are 5,000 years old. Great! Open your mind, Kaiba! Ah!
With this last attack? Whatever. Yugi exerts some kind of power, something that seems to shatter and crack off of Kaiba. And suddenly he looks more human, if no less shaken. He falls to his knees.
There, Kaiba. Maybe now you will begin to see, because I cured your astigmatism with pharaoh magic.
Astigmatisms don't cause you not to see, Yugi.
At the hospital, Grandpa suddenly opens his eyes.
Grandpa's awake! I'm not gonna get the cards.
Yugi won!
Meanwhile, I guess somewhere else, like, the narration covers like a whole bunch of things, but doesn't cover like this very specific scene change that happened.
Mr. Pegasus, sir. Seto Kaiba, our undefeated champion. He's been defeated in a duel, sir.
This sinister new character is sitting in the dark, the only light coming from a doorway in which his minion, who just told him this news, is... Pegasus has long white hair, the strands of which on the left side have fallen away from concealing an eye that is made of gold. Clearly affluent. Pegasus holds his wine glass in his hand, and his collar is frilly and ruffly. It's not a collar, it's an ascot. Anyway.
By someone named Yugi.
And this means trouble, for the golden eye sparkles ominously as he smiles.
Oh, I hope this man doesn't trap me in a VHS tape.
So unfortunately, I kind of got stalled out in this particular match. It sucks.
I vote the third-rate duelists here take like a 10-minute break, and Leggy gives gives an actual speedrun information refresher for people who are just coming in.
Yeah, so for those of you who are just tuning in, we're playing Dungeon Dice Monsters, which is legally distinct from Duel Monsters. At least in universe. Out of universe, they're both produced by Konami, so like it's totally fine. Right now, I'm kind of in a bad way because my opponent managed to stall me out. There's a little bit of a rock paper scissors effect, and I thought I could get through a monster guarding their base. Turns out that was incorrect, and also, yeah, this is just turning into kind of a rough spot, and right now I'm just trying to build up enough resources to do the proper rush I need to finish this. A lot of the duels go a lot easier than this. This one's gone... Let's go with obnoxiously long. and my opponent is kind of just stalling out for some reason rather than coming after me. This game is weird. I love it. And while our third-rate duelists are doing things, are there any other donations we...
There are none yet, but just a reminder for people who've come in since the start, if you send in a donation during this run and it gets read, I will do it in character as whichever Yu-Gi-Oh character you request, or if you don't, I will choose. And if you want to break the rules and make me do other characters if I know who they are, I might.
If I know the character, I will read stuff in character too.
Yes. And if you don't, I will pick a Yu-Gi-Oh character. It's going to be a ton of fun. We still have all of the upcoming donation incentives and bid wars. Lost Sphere, you could easily take one of the characters' names for that game. Any one of them at this point. If you want to start Final Fantasy Legend 2 on a good or bad foot, you have the chance. I can attest that Scala, whenever Scala does the good taste, bad taste flip for that game, it is the highlight of everything.
And this time, it's me and Natara, so you get to make both of us suffer if you'd like to.
Do you want Scala and
not the other?
That will be... The actual assigning will be done by Keishura. So, it's going to be a time.
So wait, does Natara suffer from good taste or bad taste? I always forget.
Natara suffers from good taste, Scala suffers from bad taste.
I enjoy all of it. I mean, I made all of these palettes. I had to sit there and figure it all out myself. So, and there are new palettes. If you have seen this race previously, there are new palettes in the mix. So, hopefully we'll get to show off some new ones. And I think we're going to stay with our sort of tradition at this point. We do have the legendary, the all-powerful Demon Chocobo palette in there. But there's only one way to unlock it, and you'll have to find out how.
Yes, good. Powerful.
Very powerful. Also for donation incentives, later on tonight, we still have to meet the incentive. We have 2 incentives, I believe, need to get met. Oh no! So we have met the incentive to make Newtopia harder on Vani. So thank you all for making Vani suffer. That's great.
But if you want to see those Loom Cathedral cutscenes,
yes,
get on that.
Yes,
and you do, by the way.
You do. I'll be running this with alongside Lore Master Motok. Usually in Loom, we skip over all the cutscenes that we possibly can, and that means that we sort of have to vaguely inform you of the plot. The biggest skip we do is we skip everything that happens inside the cathedral, which has like all the really important plots. So if you would like to actually understand some of the plot of Loom for once, please donate towards that incentive.
We have gotten in a donation, by the way. So let me call someone over to do this. Okay, ready? Okay. Toko Hero sends in $5. And in response, I summon Ultra Mega Chicken of Ra!
Honk.
Honk.
Honk! Honk!
Honk.
Arrow, can you handle my honks? Honk!
I don't know why that's the one that broke me.
What are you gonna do on your turn, Pharaoh? Oh, honk! Ah, what was that? Oh, were you gonna honk? Can't hear you.
I just want to point out that this fight is going a lot better and a lot closer to what we actually expect from this run when you don't get bogged down by bad RNG.
I hope my neighbors don't get too mad at me.
I hope my girlfriend doesn't get too mad at me.
I don't really care.
I'm sure my girlfriend would approve.
I mean, I care about your girlfriend getting mad at you. I don't care about anyone around me being mad at me.
I think she's busy labbing anyway, so it's probably alright. She's definitely playing Under Night, so she can't hear me.
Let's do that. Yeah. But yeah, for those of you who are paying attention to the actual gameplay and not just the script reading last duel, you will notice that this game, to do well, you kind of have to have every single duel go well, and the moment you start getting bogged down, things just rapidly spiral out of control. It's really unfortunate.
I'm looking forward to the next episode because doing Kaiba destroyed my throat.
But now we get the
nearly as
sweet
raspy.
dulcet tones of Duke Devlin.
He is so pretty.
Oh, Duke.
I'd give people a sneak peek, but unless they donate for one, they have to wait.
Look at Leggy very clearly and calmly deciding to interact with the game rather than just dash at the Dice Master so that she could set it up that she can't lose now.
Did you mention there's a speedrun going on?
I heard that we were speedrunning a game that I know something about.
Yeah, I mean, normally, in perfect circumstances, you don't even have to worry about interaction because you've built your route around kind of the side, and your opponent doesn't have the resources to get in and build out to interact with you. Unfortunately, sometimes we don't live in magical Christmas land, where my top decks are from. So we have to clear things out instead. The problem is the Penguin Soldier and the Beaver Warrior are both beast-type monsters, which means they get a penalty to attacking undead monsters. In particular, that penalty means they do no damage to undead monsters, which luckily the Ryukushin is a spellcaster monster, which I don't know what spellcasters are strong against or weak against, but they can fight undead.
What is with the compression on his face?
I'm gonna go with my answer as it's the Game Boy Advance.
That's 100% a fair and valid answer.
But yeah, this game is actually a lot of fun if you don't mind the ridiculous RNG aspect to it. I kind of like it as just like I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna see how it goes. If RNG hex me over, RNG hex me over. It's really easy to actually pick up, but again, RNG is a thing. RNG is the entire thing of this game.
I would have kept running this if it were like 1 hour instead of 2. It is such a long run for even just the first part.
2 hours means that we get to read 2 episodes, though.
I got halfway through the run at the hour 10 mark. Like I mentioned, there are 6 different tournaments you have to get through, and we just started the 4th one.
Thank you all for having me and Nisbet as Tristan. I have to run out of here, but continue onwards, Leggy! You can do it! The heart of the cards believes in you!
I volunteer Scala to be Tristan from now on.
Yay!
I think Scala has enough. I mean, if she wants sure, but I feel like she has enough lines.
Second episode, there's a lot less for narrator.
Yeah, second episode was hand transcribed by yours truly, and I didn't have time to go back and add all of the excellent narration we had in the first one.
Yeah,
Fair
the first one we grabbed from a Yu-Gi-Oh fan site, and they were just really into that narration. So for the next one, I get to talk a lot less.
Wait, give us your Tristan. Auditions live.
Yeah.
No, wait, do you want like actual Tristan, or do you want me to do like bridge?
You gotta
Tristan?
do a bridge, Tristan.
It's a bridge, Tristan. If you do
My
regular
voice
Tristan, you're
gives
not
me
making the
super
audition.
strength.
Perfect. Excellent.
Hey,
You're hired.
Tristan.
I see that my legacy passes on to one who is worthy.
My hair
now-
makes me worthy too.
It is now Scala who possesses the super strength.
Yee! Rawr.
But the real question is, are you friends with Spider-Man?
I'm friends with Spider-Man.
Do you want me to go more nasally?
Yes.
Is that better? Okay,
That's
more.
even better.
Okay, we got it. Like, it's now become very cartoony. But I'm here for this because I'm here for Leggy.
Go hi, Tristan. I'm Goofy.
The crossover we were all waiting for.
I can do exactly one Donald Duck thing, and I can sneeze like Donald Duck. And I'm like, part of me wants to, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm probably going to kill the audio encoding if I do. I'll leave it up to Leggy, who is the one who's technically running this show.
I mean, let's give it a test, and if it goes well, we can see what happens.
Okay, well here you go then.
That was beautiful. Let's not do it.
Please, Donald, do you need a tissue?
I can't actually talk because like it just try to get into that like.
Just honk into the microphone. It's fine.
Also, as a quick reminder, I think we've been over this, but Leggy will never change dice throughout this entire run.
Nope,
We really
it's
hope you like the
literally
reward.
deck the entire time. So a lot of the actual interesting strategy in this game comes from adapting to whatever the heck your opponent throws at you.
Guys, yeah, overcome.
Basically.
I need someone to write a fan fiction where Goofy the dog hangs out with Tristan for a while, and I also need someone to submit that as a donation.
Isn't that just going to be Kingdom Hearts 4?
Yep.
Gorsh Trooster.
Gosh, Tristan.
Kingdom Hearts 4. Kingdom Hearts 4, where Sora learns a children's card game.
I mean, he's got the hair for it.
You're not
He is
wrong.
an anime boy.
And Disney owns everything now.
I can kind of do the Goofy like yell.
Oh, you can?
Demonstration.
That was really good.
Beautiful.
Oh my God, Pintin Slammer in Kingdom Hearts. Oh no.
Okay, so I have a question for when we start the next episode.
Yes.
Who's doing who's doing the spoken word lyrics of the theme song? And by I have a question, I mean we're all gonna do it in unison.
If you look at the casting notes, it says everyone.
Yeah, oh, Leggy did beat me to that one.
Are we
I'm
just gonna
very
like
good at what
are
I
we
do.
reading
What
them
I do
in
is
the correct rhythm of the song, or are we just reading them word for word?
We're Shatnering it.
We're doing the
I
swing
mean-
version, aren't we? We're doing.
Here's the answer is, I don't care, and it'll be better if people choose different ones accidentally.
Alright, well, I, Dan Green, am ready to continue, so when everyone else is ready to go, we can get back to ruining Yu-Gi-Oh! Forever.
You mean improving.
Yeah, I don't know how you make Yu-Gi-Oh! Any better than we have right now.
Well, yeah, move!
Your move!
Your
move!
move!
Your move! Your move! Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! Your move! Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's time to duel. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh!
Well, I just had flashbacks to the end of the last marathon.
I don't think we completely broke that encoding this time.
Speaking of, I'm about to fight Yugi.
Oh,
Aw, perfect.
Finally, I'm in the video game.
Yeah, but it's not Heart of the Dice, Yugi. You're probably gonna lose.
Well, heck.
Anyway, I guess we'll start the episode. So we have an establishing shot outside Duke's game shop, not Grandpa's game shop. This is a different game shop. This is Duke's game shop.
It is
Game
worth
shop.
noting this is episode 2. You missed episode 1.
Don't worry about it. You don't need
And-
episode 1.
and we're not seeing episode 3.
It's just like how I watched the show as a kid, catching random episodes and trying to interpolate between.
Yup.
Hurry up, the duel's about to start. It's being broadcast live all around the world. Exposition.
Remember our deal, Devlin? You know, the one that we made last episode that no one else heard about. I win this, and you let Joey go. No more dog suit, no more demands.
Agreed. Wait, no, that's wrong. Agreed. Just don't forget the flip side to that coin. You lose this game, and you promise to never play Duel Monsters again. Now let's get it on.
The arena begins transforming into the original Duel Monsters layout. From that to more like Dungeon Dice Monsters, like you see on screen. Something like this. Use your imagination.
Looks a bit like a dueling arena, huh? Well, get used to it. Dungeon Dice Monsters is a whole new game with a whole new set of rules. And to keep up, you're gonna have to pay close attention. Ha 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 ha!
Don't you worry, I'm a quick study.
You better be, Yugi, because I know this game inside and out. And if you want to win, you're gonna have to learn it as well. Now, let's get started.
Yugi looks at the computer interface.
I was born 5,000 years ago, a long time before computers. This looks pretty straightforward.
A compartment opens to reveal a collection of 6-sided dice.
Whoa, physical objects!
Lost already? Relax, I'll walk you through it. That's your dice pool. Select 15 dice from it to use for the game. I'll give you some tips on which to pick, Yugi. But being the game master that you are, I'm sure you'll figure it out.
With all these different colors and designs, it's hard to know which ones to choose. But I think I'll choose these light blue ones, these white ones, and these pink ones because I, Yugi Moto, am trans.
Woo!
Hurry up now, I've got mine already set.
I'm ready too.
Good, now here's how it works. These are gonna be kinda like your dueling deck. And just like you shuffle your deck, we shuffle these, like this.
Duke and Yugi pour their dice down into a compartment that is open on the side of the console.
See? Easy. The dice automator will randomize your 15 dice into groups of 3. Take a look. Noah Cup wouldn't have done the exact same thing.
That's Yahtzee. That's a whole other game. 3 dice appear on Yugi's console.
You get 3 dice per round. You roll all 3 at the same time, and then you get to make your move, depending on what you roll. But I'll explain more about that bit later. Now take the 3 dice out of the auto hatch. Now how do you score? Well, in this game, we have heart points. They're life points, but you only get 3. That's it. And whoever loses all 3 of their hearts points first is out. In stores now! Game on!
Wait, what game on? You didn't even explain the rules! How does this count? How is this gonna... What are you doing? I don't even know if Yugi has any dragons, I can't even cheer for him.
I mean, yeah, that's probably just how Duke likes it, for him not to know the rules. And we cut to the cheerleading squad and Joey, who's in a dog costume. Don't worry about it. It's cool.
Go! Go! Go, Duke, go! I was assuming everyone else was gonna do that too, not gonna fly.
I'm trying to save myself a little bit here, but I'll take cheerleader too. I'm a little bit tapped tonight.
Thanks,
I'm
ladies.
just playing a video game.
Thanks, ladies. You're beautiful.
Yeah!
Man, what a bunch of suck-ups.
No yapping, you mutt!
This is a duel, not a dog show!
So back to the game.
I'm gonna make my first roll now, Yuki. From here on, you're just gonna have to listen carefully and learn as we go.
So Duke throws 3 of his dice.
See those markings there? Those are called crests. Different crests do different things. Take that green die, for example. That star crest I rolled is for summoning. To be able to summon something, at least 2 out of the 3 dice that you roll during your turn have to land with the same type summon crest face up.
Oh,
And we cut to
this game
Yugi
doesn't have
something.
cards. I don't understand it.
And if I'm not mistaken, it seems I've come up with 2 matching summoning crests on my very first roll of the game. Now the dimensionalizing part of the process.
Duke takes a die and presses it into the screen, ignoring all known laws of AVI.
I just need to mentally prepare myself on this line for a second. Dimension the dice!
The die appears on the hologram board, its sides unfolding.
And there you go. Ryukishin, my very first monster, is on the board.
The monsters are inside of the dice?
And that's not all. It looks like the dice themselves are a part of the game.
I'm glad that you made that point, my little cheerleader in waiting. That's one of the key elements to Dungeon Dice Monsters, for you see, once a die unfolds to dimensionalize a monster, it becomes a dungeon pathway, and with enough of these dungeon pathways, I can construct a route my monsters can use to get to your heart points.
Oh, I get it. The way to destroy your opponent's heart points is to get your monsters close enough to attack the hearts directly. So, the more dice I can dimensionalize, and by the way, Duke Devlin, that is a fake word that is not real, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Dimensionalize? Yeah, no.
It's a
The
trademark
more
of
dice I
Devlin
can
Co.
dimensionalize and turn into Dungeon Path, the better.
Just so you know, every time you say dimensionalize, you owe me $15 for licensing fees.
Duke!
Anyway, go ahead, Yugi. It's your turn.
Devlin, don't you forget, if I win this, then you have to give my friend Joey his freedom back. I don't know why Joey feels like he's forced to stay in the dog suit. You're not really doing anything to enforce that, but something about honor, or I don't know. I only know about card games and breaking people's brains.
And friendship.
If you win. If.
I'm counting on you, buddy. If there's anyone that can beat this guy, Devlin, it's probably you, hopefully, maybe, I guess.
No talking! Bad dog!
Yeah, I assume there was like a hit. Something happened there. I assume she like whacked him with a fan. I didn't watch any of the episodes before doing this because I make good life choices.
It seems like a pretty good life choice, honestly.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
transcribing is hard.
It is.
Make up your own stage directions when you feel it's necessary, Scala. I believe in you.
Believe in the heart of the Scala.
I do believe in the heart of the Scala.
The heart of the Scala that believes in the heart of the leggy.
Hell yeah!
We're with you, Scala, and also Yuki's Dragons.
Yeah, all the way, buddy. Long live the king of game.
I'm sorry, but Yuki doesn't have any dragons.
You don't know that. There could be one of them hiding in these very dice. Go! Dice roll!
Dramatic dice roll.
The 3 crests, none of them match!
Yeah, because the level of your dice were way too high. Sorry, didn't I mention that different dice had different levels?
Grrr.
This,
That's what it says in the script. I'm just going with it.
this is how
Good.
it works. There are 6 types of crests on the surface of these dice. Summon, movement, magic, attack, defense, and trap crests. How often each one of these crests appear on a die is dependent on that die's level. The level 2 die that I just used has 3 summoning crests on each. So it was easy for me to roll 2 of them. But the easier a monster is to summon, the weaker he is. Okay, now look carefully at your dice, Yugi.
Ugh! They each only have 1 summon crest. I don't have enough Heart of the Cards for that 1/6 chance.
Right, and that makes it much more difficult for you to roll a pair of them. Of course, had you, it had still been a very strong monster. Still, I'm of the opinion that in the early stages of the game, it's better to go for a low-level sure thing. After all, the odds of summoning a monster on a high-level die are slim to none.
And let me put in a note here because she knows about math.
Because she's a nerd.
What?
Yeah, I know, right?
I went to
Hey.
college.
You went to all the Kuleg. Anyway, the odds are 16 out of 216, or right around 7%.
Grrr.
Oh no! Almost all the dice I picked were high level!
And then commercial break!
Well, let's hear about Take This. Hey, Scala, I have a
Yes.
question for you.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you the choice here.
Okay.
Who would you like to hear a Take This blurb from?
Oh, can I have regular Bakura? Not Yami Bakura, regular Bakura.
Oh no, I have to do a British accent.
You let me pick!
I was hoping you wouldn't pick that one. Alright.
I mean, it could be your choice if you prefer.
Nope. We're going for this, and then the chat can mock me.
The chat can also donate for more of this.
Yeah, the chat could torture me as well. You found the one I didn't want to do. Take This is a mental health non-profit, and their main mission is to inform the gaming community about mental health issues, provide education on different disorders, and prevent techniques and reduce the overall stigma against mental illness. Why, that sounds bloody wonderful.
That was adorable!
Well
That
done.
was super cute.
Take This helps people in the gaming community suffering from mental illness by letting them know they are not alone in their struggles, and that there are treatment options out there to help. Yes, the many, many people that Yami has mind crushed can really benefit from these services.
Hasn't mind crushed anybody in like 4 or 5 episodes at this point?
I'll have you know it's been about 146 episodes, thank you very much.
I saw you do it last week, Yuki.
That was off screen and therefore did not count.
Only
Yuki,
counts if it's
he
on
had
screen.
children.
Canonical mind crush.
The only mind crush I have is my crush on I mean, what?
Take This provides education on mental illness so that friends, family members, and coworkers can be better allies to those who are suffering. And they reach out to gaming companies to help them promote healthier and more productive work environments and ensure that they have methods in place for helping employees who suffer from mental illness.
That was a very lovely commercial break. You did such a good job.
Yay!
Thank you. Just a reminder that if people want me to do Yu-Gi-Oh voices, or any Yu-Gi-Oh voices, they can donate, and I will read in character as they request, or they can leave it up to me to pick.
Find some obscure ones.
I think with a quick Google search, I can literally do everyone from the original
Leader number
Yu-Gi-Oh.
2.
Look, if someone doesn't donate for Kaylee to read a Siegfried, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
I cannot guarantee I will know the voice for anything after original. I'm gonna be 50-50 on GX, and I know nothing about anything past then.
Donations on motorcycles.
Please get off your motorcycle before you donate, thanks.
Donate safely.
Donate safely and responsibly.
donating an entire motorcycle.
Wow.
I don't know if you can donate an entire motorcycle. This isn't car, kids.
I don't think this can use a motorcycle.
I mean, there would be steps involved. It wouldn't be easy, but I'm sure someone could figure out how to do it. I have faith. I believe in the heart of the donations.
It's really easy. You just sell the motorcycle.
Quiet.
Whoa,
Hex, I'm trying to
whoa,
make this
whoa.
sound
I mean,
interesting.
listen, selling a used motorcycle is not that easy.
Well, conceptually it is.
Fair.
I don't understand. Why would you ever need to donate? Money is best hoarded. Like a dragon.
But he doesn't hoard it. He spends it on ridiculous stuff, like a giant roar.
I
Like
don't
a
think you
giant
realize
umbrella.
how little of my money that constituted.
Or literally any place to house his enormous ego.
Heyo! We're just directly doing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged jokes at this point.
Yes. Well, you're reading my script.
All right,
Alright, we should get back to the script.
to the script.
I am absolutely not doing a bunch of cropping right now for my next run, I promise.
Sorry, Yugi, but if all you have are high-level dice at your disposal, you're gonna have a real hard time summoning any monsters.
Mo, I can't believe that. Oh, wait, no. Wrong Yugi. Oh, I can't believe this! The game just started and I'm already at a huge disadvantage!
Hey,
You'd think them being like a whole 2 letters different would make it enough for me to be able to tell them apart, but no.
It's fine. Hey, Yugi, this ain't. Sorry. Hey, this ain't fair, Duke. I can't even read my own lines. It's fine. Go.
You should have told Yugi all of the rules before the game started.
That's like the first rule of family game night.
I always hate that guy at board game night.
You have to have someone who has to read the rules to everybody. How else are you gonna figure out how to play Candyland?
If this were someone else, maybe, but not the King of Games. He'll be okay. And Tristan, when I'm done here, I'm gonna do a big smooch on Serenity.
Crap, I don't remember all my Yu-Gi-Oh! Shipping, like...
Duke has the hots for Serenity,
Okay!
who's Joey's sister, who Tristan also has the hots for.
I will be properly offended then! Anyway, beep! Duke's next 3 dice eject.
Go, dice roll. Yes, another 2 summoning crests. My dungeon path will extend, and now I'll have 2 monsters on the field. Dimension the dice and unlock Yoranzo.
His dungeon path is getting closer and closer to my heart points, and I'm not even on the board yet.
I'm coming for you, Yugi, and since I just rolled a movement crest too, I can use it to advance my monster even further along the dungeon pathway. Oh, FYI, if you don't want to use a crest you rolled, you can save them for later in your crest pool. Now go ahead, it's your turn. Oh crap, I said roll.
Still no matching crests.
Ha! Nothing again, huh? Maybe you ought to try blowing on them for good luck. My turn now. Go, dice roll. Well, would you look at that? It's another summoning. And look at the surprise inside. Gator Dragon, and I'll use the movement crests I rolled to advance him.
My roll now! At last! 2 summoning crests! I can play a monster!
No, you can't. You rolled 2 summoning crests, but their levels aren't the same. It doesn't count.
I thought that!
It's my turn again. Ooh, level 4 dice. They were too hot for you to handle, but let's see how I can do. Go, dice roll. Oh, what can I say? I guess Lady Luck has the whole hots for Duke Devlin. Like everyone else. I mean, what's that? 4 summonings in a row?
Huh? A chest?
This is an item summoning, Yugi. But more on that bit later. Now roll.
Oh no, another miss!
You know, maybe we should change your title from the King of Games to the King of Lame.
Cannon line, everyone. It says that in the episode.
I mean,
Seriously, that line is awful.
You might say it's lame.
I mean, at this rate, I'll have you beat before you're even on the board. I knew that you weren't the real deal, Yugi. Go! Dice roll! Yes! Another summoning! Now I'll have a monster right by your heart points. Dimension the dice! Check it out! The 13th grave!
Leggy's been waiting approximately 1 hour, 42 minutes, and 40 seconds to do that, just so we're all clear.
Yep. It's the only part I gave myself.
That 13th grave is just 3 squares away from being able to attack me! I have to summon a monster and take him out, otherwise I'll lose a heart point for sure!
Come on, let's go. Our audience is waiting. And soon, they'll see you for what you are. Really are a loser who could have never really, truly beaten Pegasus.
This is it! No matter how high the odds are stacked against me, I have to believe it's possible to roll 2 summoning crests here. The same way I believe in the heart of the dice! I mean, heart of the cards, but this time I'm gonna believe in the heart of the dice. Oh, I'm so scared! Don't be scared, Yugi, you have me, and I have a deep voice. Go, dice roll!
The dice dramatically tumble to even more dramatic music. One falls to reveal a magic crest.
Huh, not a summon crest. Also, wow, I can react very quickly to 1 of 3 dice stopping.
The second lands on a 4-star summon.
I got one! Now if only,
And
I should probably stop talking because the longer I talk, the longer this dice is gonna take to land because of the rules of anime time, and honestly, I'm really only making this harder for myself right now,
Yugi,
so
you're
let's
dying,
see
you're
that
dying,
third
rolled off the
dice.
table, Yugi!
Yugi, you're done!
Yugi! Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It bounced off the floor and landed right back on the table.
So these are super happy fun dice then. Anyway, the
It
third
landed on a
tumbles.
trampoline under Yugi's chair, which
Anyway,
he's not sitting in.
The third dice tumbles and reveals another 4-star.
There! I rolled 2 level 4 summon crests.
Urgh.
Now I can finally summon a monster and defend my heart points! Dimension the dice!
And Yugi's first die opens to reveal.
The Mighty Mage! And next, I'll access my crest pool dice and use a movement crest to move my mage 1 space forward so he can launch an attack against the 13th grave, Lightning Staff! Ahem. 13th grave getting blasted by lightning.
All right.
In your face!
Yes!
Knowing this game and all of its rules may have given you the advantage in assembling your creatures against me, but now I have a monster of my own!
There's technically a commercial break here. So
Yu-Gi-Oh will be back after these quick messages.
reminder to stretch and to stay hydrated, y'all.
Reminder to
Thanks,
buy official Yu-Gi-Oh brand products.
You can also buy official Speedrun Ragnarok branded products, and that money goes directly to take the after the marathon. Last time we checked, we were over at like $100 raised that way, so thank you all so much.
Also,
I
those
definitely
shirt
bought a
designs,
sweatshirt the other day.
those designs are amazing. And if you haven't ordered a shirt, you should, because it's a great shirt.
I'm literally wearing mine right now, and it's great. It's super good.
I have my Ragnarok hoodie on.
I wore my shirt yesterday, and I had a PB, and I beat 3 people in Dragon Warrior Randomizer.
It makes
Speed-
you better at Dragon Warrior Randomizer confirmed.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. It's there in like the very small print.
Anyway, we seem to have gotten a donation.
donation, yay!
So I'm just gonna call someone over here. Hello, I am the great mighty Pharaoh, and we have a $5 donation from Toku Hero, who wants me to say, what is your ability, Karibo? Oh right, being cute. Honestly, I should have picked Yugi to be my deckmaster. Hey, I said you were cute. It's a compliment. Your face is cute. Yep.
Don't they have like the same face except for the eyes?
Well, they both called each other cute.
I mean, that's fine. Whatever. We don't judge. Why? I mean, we've already established that there's like a big love dodecahedron going on here.
Okay, so chat wants, a lot of people in chat want to know, it seems, and I'm completely blanking. I might have to Google it. What does Pot of Greed do?
Oh wait, I think I know this. I mean, I did.
Pot of Greed lets you draw 2 additional cards!
Let me think. What does Pot of... I don't remember.
Isn't Pot of Greed 1 blue mana, instant, draw 3 cards from your library?
I'm waiting for people to notice that I in fact gave the wrong card description.
Yeah, no, that's
Greed.
that's ancestral Pot of Greed.
Pot of Bill.
Right, we nerfed it.
RPGML has it. Pot of Greed allows you to meme.
Oh, good. My favorite card.
No,
My
no,
least favorite card.
I want to see people donating to with their own definitions of what Pot of Greed does.
Please explain Pot of Greed to us.
Please have a Yu-Gi-Oh character explain Pot of Greed to us.
but badly.
Also, I'm disappointed no one's donated to make Hex read donations as Bandit Keith yet.
I will do it.
Honestly,
Wait, will
why
he
has
really?
no one donated for Bandit Keith? Make Bandit Keith explain Pot of Greed, please.
I've been waiting for a Bandit Keith. No one's asked for a Bandit Keith.
Hex,
You've been challenged, chat.
If you read a donation as Bandit Keith, I will donate $10. After I'm done playing the video.
$1 donation for Bandit Keith. You effectively donate 100 times that.
That's just math.
10 times that. I can't math.
Wait, yeah.
And no one
Leggy
taught me.
was about to call us out.
But, I'm sure a Pot of Greed and Bandit Keith donations will be saved for the next commercial break.
Right.
Especially because I am definitely rapidly approaching the end of this game.
Okay, so we actually
Okay, we should get back to it.
Okay, so outside, like where the arena is, there's people all in the crowd. They're just like, did you see Yugi's last move? It was cool. He busted out that level 4 monster like he's Dungeon Dice Masters for years.
You keep it up, buddy. You're really doing great? Question mark.
What do you think, Tail? Is Yugi EC in the clear now?
Well, as the person here who is actually the best at games, I really don't think so. Duke's dungeon path is way more widespread than Yami's, and he's still got way more monsters on the board, too. Yugi's probably gonna lose. He's really not good at this.
Congratulations on your first monster, Yugi. Just 4 more now, and you'll have as many as I do. My turn now. Go! Dice roll! Whoops, spoke too soon. Make that 5 now. Dimension the dice! I've unlocked the Blast Lizard. But don't be fooled by his low-level stats, Yugi. When played in just the right way, the Blast Lizard has a special attack that packs a surprising punch.
Special attack? Sounds like another rule that Duke conveniently forgot to mention. I'll have to be on my guard.
My roll now.
Oh, cool! Some low-level dice. I knew I had at least a few of these. It should be easier to summon now.
Go! Dice roll! Brrr. All right, 2 crests.
Objection!
Yes.
I should have let you read that before I made that joke, because only we're gonna get it.
Because it says dramatic phoenix right here, pointing. Objection!
Hold
Don't
it!
mention the dice, I say, pointing at my webcam. The winged dragon guardian of the fortress! That's right! Remember this guy from episode 1? Now you have 2 monsters of mine to contend with, Devlin.
See? Dragon.
Dragon! Yay!
Not for long now, Yugi. It's my turn. Go! Dice roll.
Huh, you failed to summon anything.
Whoever said I was trying to summon a monster on this roll?
What?
Boy, you are dense. Remember what I said about playing my Blast Lizard in just the right way?
So then, you were rolling for a special attack.
That's kinda right, Yugi. The Blast Lizard special attack requires 4 magic crests. I already had 2 in my crest pool, so I just needed to roll 2 more, which I did. So now I'll use a movement crest to position my Blast Lizard, and next use my 4 magic crests to have him attack you.
And boom goes the winged dragon.
That's too bad. You worked so hard to summon that winged dragon too.
We love you too!
Don't give up! You're not good at this, but you'll be fine!
It's my turn! Go! Dice roll! Urgh, not 1 summoning crest die.
But 3 attack crest dies.
It's my turn. Go, dice roll. Look, another summoning, and with level 3 dice as well. Dimension the dice! Dark Assailant! And now, I'll dip into my crest pool again and close in on your heart points. By moving 2 crests, I'll put Blast Lizard and Gator Dragon within striking distance of your hearts. Go ahead, take your turn. Nothing you roll is going to help you out of this mess. I mean, I don't even think that I'd be able to find a way to pull it off, and I'm the one who invented the game.
You're its inventor? I knew you were its champion, but...
I'm both, and everyone in the entire world should know it.
Whoa, this sounds like you're about to go into a backstory rant, so I'm gonna need you to
I should
cool
be
it down,
known as the
buddy.
greatest game creator in all the world by now, Yugi. But I'm not, and it's because of your cheating ways. That's the only way you could have beaten a great man like Pegasus. He has twice the skills you have.
And, magical mind-reading powers. But, details.
You ruined my life on that day, Yugi. The defeat you handed Pegasus changed everything for me.
But how? That doesn't even make any sense!
I dedicated my life. Monsters, I spent all my free time perfecting its gameplay and fine-tuning its rules.
Ah, yes, dice, the most challenging of gameplay.
And when I was finished, it was clear that I had created something truly remarkable. I decided to send it to the only man who could appreciate it, Pegasus. A couple days passed, but I didn't hear anything about the great game master until I got this crazy email. He said he read my proposal. I couldn't believe my eyes.
The email opens into a Toon Monster. Email for Devlin Boy! Email for Devlin Boy!
He said he wanted to fly me out on his personal helicopter so we could discuss the game in person. The very next day, I was brought to Pegasus's island, to Duelist Kingdom. I could hardly believe it. All my hard work was paying off. I was going to meet my idol, Maximilian Pegasus. When we met, Pegasus immediately challenged me to a game of Dungeon Dice Monsters. I expected him to be good, but he was phenomenal. It was his first time playing the game, and he completely overpowered me. Me, the guy who created it. I was amazed with his skills and reuse of animation from Season 1.
Flashback conversation. So, looks like I win. Have I properly charmed you by inviting you out to my secluded island?
Whoa, you're good.
Well, Devlin Boy, I must say that this Dungeon Dice Monsters game is really something I thoroughly enjoyed. And together, we'll see that the whole world does as well. Partners.
Oh, I'd be honored, Mr. Pegasus.
And flashback conversation. Begin
Okay, I don't
fanfic
think
writing.
that's the tone that conversation had in the episode.
You know what? It's canon now!
Yeah, we overwrite canon as we go. I hope people realize that.
It sounds like Leggy ships that, I'm not gonna lie.
And
You know what? I am a voracious Omni shipper. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
And that was that. The deal was sealed. He told me we'd drop the official contract after he finished up the tournament that was going to take place on his island. The tournament that you were headed to, Yugi, and ever since you beat him there, I haven't been able to contact him at all. You, who beat him and then ripped the eyes out of his face.
And you know what? Also, getting ghosted by like your new like super rich boyfriend, that sucked.
Right?
You
Yeah.
really hate to see it happen.
Well, you know.
Everything I worked for was shattered that day, and it's your fault, all because you cheated on Mr. Pegasus in a duel.
What?
Covered it.
You don't even know what kind of man Pegasus was at all! He literally murdered several people!
He was a great man until you came along and broke his spirit with your dirty, cheating ways.
I don't think that's accurate.
I was expecting broke his heart. With your dirty cheating. And again, reminder that Pegasus was literally using cheating mind-reading powers.
And now I'll get my revenge by breaking you. Now, Yugi, I'll expose you for what you really are. A good-for-nothing cheater.
Well, I've never cheated at anything in my entire life, except for episode 1 that we read earlier, and the episode after that, and the other 145 that brought us to now. You know,
Please,
don't worry about it. Never cheated.
You expect me to believe that someone like you could defeat a great, hot game master like Maximilian Pegasus?
I feel like your mind might be somewhere else from where your voice is, honestly.
What?
You know what? Never mind. Let's just not even go there. Your hero worship of Pegasus has completely blinded you to the truth.
No, I can see perfectly, and I see a cheater who's about to be retired from Jewel Monsters forever. Now roll, you fraud!
I will roll, and I will defeat you! That's my dice rolling sound effect, don't at me. I rolled 2 level 3 summon crests! That's another monster for me! To mention the dice and unlock Thunderball! Or Thorb!
Ah, Thunderthorb. Thunderthorb may be a 3rd level monster, but his stats really aren't that strong. I'm afraid he's not going to be a lot of help to you. Unless Yugi uses Thunderball's special attack. Too bad he doesn't know how. My turn now. Go! Dice roll. 1 attack and 2 movement crests. I'll advance my Blast Lizard and Gator Dragon into attack position.
Yugi, look out for the thing that's literally coming right for you that I shouldn't have to warn you.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be cheering for Yugi or the dragon!
Yugi's heart points, they're in range!
That's right, Yugi. My Gator Dragon is poised to take your heart.
Cue the music for Persona 5.
Never see it coming.
Alright, well, so after that line in the script, I'm pretty sure Yugi is supposed to, like, cry in pain after a heart is taken from him, but given what Duke just said and the literal transcription on the script here, oh, ah.
Oh god, I don't want to know what this line means. And now, Gator Dragon, attack him with Swamp Fire Blast.
And Yugi's first heart point vanishes.
Oh no, he wiped out Yugi's heart point, just like the bad player that he is.
We love Duke. He's so cute.
When he smiles,
Ah! Would you all shut up? My friend's in real trouble over here.
I'll show you trouble.
Somebody help me.
Ah ha ha ha! Now you only have 2 heart points, Yugi. But not for long, because my monsters are already lined up and ready to take them out in the next round.
This is bad!
The whole world's about to see you lose, Yugi. Then you'll be forced to retire from Duel Monsters in shame. Pegasus will be avenged, and you'll be exposed as the sham that you are. Ha 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 ha!
Come on, Yug.
What can I do? Duke's got more monsters, more dungeon path, and more heart points than me. And he's in a position to attack again. How can I possibly win? How can I beat Duke at his own game?
Find out next time on Yu-Gi-Oh!
Have you considered getting good, you scrub?
Impossible!
We'll just summarize the next episode quick. Yugi gets a bunch of lucky rolls in a row due to having a stronger willpower. The end.
Also, I am just about to dock done.
Yay!
Oh, nice.
Perfectly timed.
After
would
you
just
dock
like
done,
to-
will you
now
hold
that-
on for a minute while I read the last few donations?
Oh, yes, please.
Well, let's let Leggy finish, and I'll also say, since the run is about to end, you do still have a chance to get some in, so do that. Oh, you're done.
Yeah, just over 2 hours ain't bad. That one fight was really bad, but overall, this was a really smooth run. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me while I, well, had an excuse to meme.
Like you needed the excuse.
I mean, I'm not going to not take the excuse.
Thank you, Leggy, for allowing me to destroy my throat.
Yeah, that's
Glad I don't have any hosting shifts tomorrow.
Yeah, it's good that none of us have any runs coming up or anything like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
That would suck.
A run and a hosting shift immediately after that, because I make great life choices.
Alright, should I read these last couple in-character donations?
Oh, I think so. That's what the people paid for, right?
Leggy, are you ready for them?
She went to the bathroom.
Oh. Well, if Leggy's not even here, then I'm assuming the answer is yes. Okay. Let me just get someone over here. There's actually 2 donations for this person to read, so we have $1 from Demarine. Pot of Greed lets me draw 4 cards because I cheat for America. Choco Hero donates $10. I activate Pot of Greed in America. This magic card lets me draw 2 cards in America. It also lets me draw 2 cards anywhere, but this is America, so I, Bandit Keith, will now draw my 2 cards in America.
America.
All right,
God.
deal's a deal.
We've actually been asked, do we ever do... Wait, we do have people here who do podcasts.
Yeah, we...
Yep.
Do you want to plug your podcast?
Sure, I'll post it in the chat.
Yay! Please check out a good podcast.
Wait, why is the podcast being brought up?
People like this enough. Oh, no podcasts? That's podcasts. People are asking if we do podcasts. I'm like,
Well,
there are people
Alexis
who
and me and Gears do, and it's right here. He posted a link in chat.
Hey, since I have like a couple hundred people listening to us, if any of you are Foley artists and also happen to be queer, please come on our podcast. Thanks.
None of them are Foley artists.
I'm half of that.
I am also half of that.
A lot of you are half of that, and also I'm half of that.
Does it count if you've done amateur VA and you had to like
Scholar,
try
you were
really
on the
hard?
podcast already.
Damn!
All right, I am ponying up for the Bandit Keith donation right now.
Alright, if you can get it in fast enough, there's still time for me to read it in character.
One last button. It didn't say, but I would like you to read it as Yami.
Okay. Leggy Starscream has donated $20. Here's the money I owe. 10 for Bandit Keith, and 10 because I re-entered the wrong tournament while laughing. Ah, yes, I do enjoy using my mind crush in the middle of a tournament. I mean, I've never cheated by mind crushing mid-game. Well, I kind of botched though.
Mind crush.
Thank all of you for watching and for donating for that incentive. Y'all fantastic. We met that yesterday.
Yes, that was one of the most fun things I've ever done.
That was very silly. I'm gonna disappear now.
Oh yeah, because Demarine is going to be up next. Again, there's more Demarine. Because she's going to be racing Crystallis with Silverfire. And then after that, you get more Escala! Because I'm going to be racing Loom with Lore Master Motos.
Yay!
And then I get to...
later tonight, so make me read funny donations.
Yes!
And I'm not back until Thursday.
Anyway, High Spirits is going to step off as restream, so the stream will go down for just a second while we switch that over. And I'm also going...
Okay.
Okay, we're going to hear a few minutes of music. Can they hear you? I don't know if you can hear High Spirits, but there's going to be a few minutes of music if you couldn't. And if you can, well, then there's still going to be a few minutes of music.